Hello everybody, today we're going to be looking at how I play Fallout 4 and what I like to do. The game itself will serve as a backdrop to that conversation. This is not a game in play, this is not a walkthrough, this is just me explaining how I like to play the game. Why is my face not showing? Because I've got an eye infection again and I don't want to put you off your tea. So we're going to go with this, then I'll give my eye a chance to heal, then I'll make another video next week. Right then, as you can see I've got gun nut upgraded already, but I'm only currently level 13. Until I get to level 14 I'm not getting any of the good stuff like shops and workbenches, so I can't do anything until then. This is all I'm allowed to build up to level 14. Now as you can see I've used scaffolding to actually build these ramparts and that lot. Unfortunately they're not really big enough to put anything else on. What I need to do is put a bigger rampart here, that way I can put defences. I don't know what I've removed from the game, but I used to have some pretty good defensive mod things, like little plates you could put down. They just stand on them and be in that position, and then put another one down there and walk back and forth. But at some point I made some changes and that mod's disappeared from my system, so that's gone. Now everything you see here is available from the Bethesda site. None of it is from Nexus. I do not use Nexus at all and haven't used Nexus since 2008. So it's down to a disagreement with the staff and how they treated modders, so I just don't trust them. Anyway, like I said, all this is available from the Bethesda site, and as you can see there's some nice stuff there. It makes it nicely decorated. I do sometimes, well I have used sim settlements in the past and I haven't really liked it. I think it's just a lazy way of doing things and it doesn't really look like a nice settlement at the end of it, so I prefer to do it my way, and I can be as creative as I like this way. What I normally do though when I'm building this settlement up, I normally put a path from there across to that, and then you get onto the roof and start building upwards. I haven't this time, I've done it a bit different. Oh, we've got our first cow, that's good. Sorry, it's not a cow, is it? It's a Brahma, innit? I need to put something down for them as well. Now the only way into the base, it isn't really covered that well. It's got a gun there, well, a turret there and a turret there, is this way. And I have had wild beasties getting in this way, so I've also gone down here and I built like a pure water farm. Now I just upgraded these from the 10s to the 40s. That's the ones where you can get 40 water from them instead of 10, as you can see. And same there, they used to be the 10 ones, not anymore. And I've cleared this out. I haven't used it yet. I would like to clear that bit out, but I'm going to use a console cheat for that. But it'll do for now. Anyway, I'm trying to build a settlement that looks more or less realistic. This area, for example, is going to be another farm. If I just go in here, I reserved this area for me. There's still a bit of room here to do other things, right? Because I haven't finished building it up yet. But yeah, so up here is going to be where I'm putting my workshops. Not too sure what these lines are here, but I know what they are. They're from them, aren't they? They're not quite. They never quite sit right, are they? No, they're not. Anyhow, you can walk through them. They're not ropes. Not really a problem. So anyhow, my workshops are going up here, so I can do with various bits, and everything else is going down the bottom. And this is going to be my area, as you can see. It's very Christmassy right now because it's December 2022, and I wanted it to look a bit festive. I'll be doing more with it. It's just I only started doing that yesterday. This is going to be my food bar area. As soon as I'm allowed to actually build a bar of any kind and put him on there. And this here, I was thinking I might also use for tools and stuff, and maybe suits of power armor. I don't know yet. These beds are going, they're not staying there. They were there built initially to give the fair settlements or settlers somewhere to sit. And I usually build a path from there across here so I can get up onto the roof. So let's just go and do that now so you can see what I mean. Now it requires a little bit of well, it requires you to suspend belief a little bit, because some of the things you've got to do isn't exactly, put this way, it defies gravity. So we'll do that now. Let's get the floor. We've got a small one. Now we can probably move that wire, but I'm going to go this way a little bit. Right, now come on, snap. It's not going to snap to it, is it? Oh, that way. Nope. Snap to there? Nope. Okay, that's a new one. Ah. I'll take that. Right, now back to here. And now we get ladder. Small ladder. Come on. This is the only problem, you see, trying to get these damn things to actually work. That's it. There we go. Now we can get across so we can do our work now. As you can see, I've already put a roof section here. What I normally do is cover this whole area in a new roof. So we're not going to mess about with the really thick ones. We do that. Once we got our first bit in place, try and get the second bit. That's not having it either, is it? Okay, go to the smaller pieces. Still not having it. Piece again. We should be able to get that in the middle. No, not that one. That one. There we go. Should really check which way around it is, but this is just for speed. There we go. We get there. Just that little bit there. I'll show you a little tip there. You can cover that easily, right? But it's a bit of a cheat. See, not falling in it. So, right, now we've got that sorted. Maybe take that away and put something down underneath that. So we'll go with, is that, no, that's too thick. Down, no, I don't want you up there. We have to move that as well, aren't we? Okay, get that down there. Not having it, is it? It's got to be up. Okay then. There we go, perfect. That's what we wanted. Now, we're back here. A smaller piece. Will that work? I bet it's there. That's it though, isn't it? Mind you, it doesn't really need much more than that because you can walk across it. Then what I normally do is I'd put barriers up around the edges to stop NPCs falling off, and put some kind of defences up at this end here. But that isn't my kill zone anymore. Usually I'd use all of that as a kill zone and just put turrets at the top that can't really be hit and just watch them rain down death on anything that comes in. But you don't get attacked very often anyway because it's usually too well defended. Right, that's not the right one, is it? Let's go back, up. Here we go. No, that's not the right one. I'd sometimes put a ladder down to the other room down there, but I'm not doing that today. And the only problem with this is you can't really get it to snap there because there's nothing there, so you've got to like just wing it a little bit. So we can put anything we like up here now. You see, it's a readily available area. Now we just got to make this bit safe as well. And this bit. There you go, all sorted, except for that one which doesn't appear to have gone in the right place. There we go, so now we've got a bit of a rooftop fortress where we can stick power generators, anything we like, even guard towers and whatnot. It's especially good for overlooking this bit here. Depending on what we do, we could extend it that way, put a guard up there, give them something to shoot at. But this is what I like to do with this particular base. I'd normally send something down that way and then stairs down, but I'm not doing that this time. But what we do need to do, we do need the power to extend that way. So let's just sort that out now. I think I'll put that. Where's the power thing? It's over that side. So we'll put that there. We'll run that. Anything that's, if I connect that to there, it will connect to the rest of the grid. Actually, it's not. Didn't snap to there then. Right. Now we'll just go across the other side. And right in this corner, put another one. We have to run back to get it attached. Hopefully it's not too far away. There we go. Powered up both sides now. If we just go down the bottom, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. You see, now I do have plans for this bit as well, but settlement's already doing quite well. If I just get the stats up again, it's got 7 people in it, lots of water which I can use to make money. In fact, let's go and do that now, shall we? Let's go and sell the water that we're producing over there. Yes, I know you want to talk to me, but I'm busy. Right. I've already emptied. That's not right. I've already emptied this already, so there might not be much there. I had 120 odd just a little while ago. Oh, look at that. 160 odd. So roughly every week or so I'm getting 160. So we'll go and just take that to Diamond City to sell. We'll be needing this when we actually get to level 14 to buy all the merchants and stuff. Probably going to make a little marketplace outside. Might put a little roof over it though, just to keep them dry. Now if we go to any of these, I usually like to go to this one, just sell the stuff.
Well, I suppose we can do
Let's see what you have.
a bit of everything.
Right, I'll just purified water. See, 1600 caps. Job's a good one. That's what funds the the base building. And in case you're wondering, I don't collect resources for settlements. I find that part of the gameplay extremely dull. Right, so I don't do that. Now, in case you're wondering, I don't actually collect resources to build these because I find that part of the gameplay really dull. So I use is the cheat terminal. Basically, you can set how many resources you want it to give you, and then you just go to items and equipment, crafting, and add every component that way. Saves you having to run around collecting mugs, which I've never liked. I've never liked that side of crafting. And I go here, I select transfer all junk, and that's how I do it. So I don't have to mess about, you know, collecting bits all the time and emptying the world of all objects. Also, because I've actually got other mods installed as well, you know, like these ones, settlement management software, I can increase the cap. Actually, let me just show you. See, the SARS there isn't even registering that I built anything. So, and I can increase the cap, and I've got another mod as well. I can't remember what they call it now. It basically increases the population by 20, so I get 20 population. At one point I used to let it just go wild, but it used to cause a bit of a slowdown, so I don't really do that anymore. But 20 population is good enough. Just got to get the beds up to that amount, and I'll do that by extra buildings in various locations, because I can still put some beds in that thing at the back. But this is the toilet, as you can see, so they could all go for a dump, sit down here and look out the windows they're doing it, and people can look at it and say, oh, that's good, isn't it? You're having a number 2, aren't you? Yeah, there's no door. Put this up here because I was intending to, actually I probably still could actually, depends where the boundary is. Oh, there is the boundary. So if I just get rid of that, and I was to sort of like, you get a tactile over here sometimes. Get a small one. See if it'll, yep, it will. And I was to go down here, and I was to just, no. I was to put that up there. That would help quite a lot actually. There you go, that's a little bit of improvement. I was thinking of making this into a marketplace in the middle, so that would be different. Anyhow, what I've done so far in the game is I started up in Sanctuary and I worked my way all the way around here, down there, up to there, without touching anything else. So I basically came directly here. I bypassed. I mean, I did go back and do Concord and send them over there because I needed to do the diner, so I can get get a place to sell stuff. I went to Diamond City fairly late in the game. I haven't been anywhere else, as you can see. So I've had to be careful how I level my character up because I don't want a really weak character to die in the world. So I had to keep adding to other stats, but I'll show you that in a minute. But I came here to get this leveled up and get this going. I went across there, explored that area. This area isn't too far away. There's a super mutant right between them with a nuke, which you've got to be careful of. You can see him on the top of the hill usually, and then here you've got like 4 super mutants with nukes. So, but the super mutant itself with a nuke is usually right up there in them buildings. You can see him walking around. You might even be able to snipe at him from here if you had the right sniper rifle. So that's quite interesting. But the reason why I've taken this particular path without touching any factions, without joining any factions, is because I wanted to be more independent this playthrough. I'll probably end up joining the Minutemen just so I could get the artillery, because artillery is always fun. But that means once I get the fort, I'll probably stop doing their missions at that point. I haven't done the Brotherhood of Steel, although I might join them. I haven't decided yet. I might join the railroad as well, just to get a few bits. But as of now, I'm just me, myself and I doing my own thing. Usually I'd do the quests and I'm running through the game. Not this time. I'm avoiding them as much as I can. The Sim Settlements mod, right, isn't used here. As I said, this is bits taken from other mods in Bethesda's website. So, but as you can see, it's looking quite like an interesting settlement. Now all I have to do really to make this look more realistic is build something that goes up from there to there to make it look like it's a proper bridge.
What the?
What's shooting what? There you go, it's that thing again. Yeah, this spawned there, by the way. There'd be another one somewhere.
Damn it! Why can't this just be over?
There it is. Oh, what are you doing in my armour? I've only just got rid of the body from the other one that ran into my base and died in the middle of my base. I had to leave for 5 days for it to disappear. Anyway, that is the base I'm working on, as you can see, and it's quite an interesting one. I mean, I will be doing other things. I'll probably put a few merchants down here as well, actually. That would be quite fun. Pardon me. Yeah, I'll probably put a few merchants down here. That would be quite fun. And maybe use this as extra living quarters for the remaining NPCs. I need to get it's up to 21, but remember I'm removing the 3 beds from up there, so I need at least 2 down here. Probably more if I have my own NPCs or my own companions staying here as well. So we'll see how that goes. Eventually though, I'm hoping to disappear and do Nuka World and Far Harbour before I do anything major here. Because you can level up quite far on those two, which means when I do get to do the main quests, I will pretty much be a high level, so the main quest will be a high level quest. Also, I want to do the mechanic, I can't remember what it's called now, the autonomous, the robot one anyway, I can't pronounce it. Right, so I can actually get some robot guards and robot things. So I like to use robots as it's kind of like suppliers, so they're the ones going between settlements. They usually arm them to the teeth. That, by the way, was left behind by the settlement software. settlement, sim settlement, because I tried it, didn't like it, removed it. I have used it before and I've removed it for the same reasons I removed it this time. So, I mean, I suppose if you don't like to mess about building settlements, it makes a lot of sense. But I do enjoy my settlements. So. But yeah, anyway, what we've got to do now is just secure the area. Down here, across the road, in that building in the distance, it's super mutant territory. And I'm planning on getting artillery and just blowing the hell out of that. Across the road there, I mean, there it is there, that's the radio station. That's got its own quest line to do. I've cleared out some of the other areas. So as you can see, there's quite a bit to do in this area. I mean, you actually pass through this area briefly when you're doing the main quest as well. So there is that. Trinity, I think that's that over there. But as you can see from the outside, it already looks quite formidable. You know, says the whole place is, I don't say it's heavily armed, but it looks the part. I mean, that's the settlement right there. Anyway, that's how I like to play Fallout, usually. I usually just go through the main quest, but, you know, I do like to build settlements, and this time I'm focusing on it. The stats was, and charisma and intelligence are the two important ones if you're going for settlements. I'm building up strength, as you can see. I got luck up there quite high, because I found it's fun to have luck up that high. But I've gone down here. I need to add another point to there, but I can't do that until I get to 14. Like, so I'd also like to build up science. And the other one I like to get is this one here, right, which allows you to swim underwater. So there's an island further up, which I'll show you on the map, which is a good place for a base. And strength, I'm going to go down to the back one there and get that. But if we go over here, I think it's that island there. I like to build on that island as well, because pretty much the whole island is a base or is a settlement. You just got to kill a few things first to take over. But to swim back and forth, you really need the aqua perk. So I like doing that. So I'm probably going to build that, and then I'll build that one up, and also do Far Harbour and Nuka World. And by the time I get back to this, it'll all be high level and it'll be a lot more fun. I might even go and do that, you know, the quest line for the robot down here. But that is limited. You can't progress in that until you've gone past a certain point in the main plot. So that would limit what I can do. There are other characters here that you can get, you know, from Combat Zone and obviously Piper, where you can just do it straight away. You can work on their work on how much they like you straight away. You don't have to wait for that. I like the Covenant as well, right? To doing that up and whatnot. I usually clear it all out and then start again. That's usually gets a lot of attacks, so it's quite a fun settlement to defend. So yeah, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot I like to do. It's all based around settlements for me though. The main plot line and gameplay isn't that interesting until you get to Far Harbour or whatever. I really don't like the computerised bit in Far Harbour where you've got to solve them puzzles. That's really tedious. But the Nuka World is quite interesting. So, right, anyhow, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.